Hello everyone, welcome to Energized with MS. This is Naren and it's time for Mindful Monday. And this Mindful Monday, I did want to talk about something that does happen to me when I have a very good meditation. And um, before I preface any of the things that do happen to me, one thing I do want to say is, the meditation doesn't need to be of a certain length, right? It does not need to be a long meditation. It can be a relatively short meditation, but, if it's done the proper way, at least there are certain ways that I know that, the meditation has gone well. So the one thing that I do experience when, meditation does go well, that I'm actually, um, you know, getting a little benefit out of it is I experience vibrations in my body. Now, it's a little difficult for me to explain what vibrations are. It's almost as if, you can almost imagine right under your skin, whatever is there is just vibrating very fast. And the one thing I can say is that normally when I touch people or I hold on to their hand or their arm, they normally say that they do not experience it, but at certain times I do feel that they might not experience it, but I definitely experience you know this vibration against their skin. I can feel the vibration if I'm holding on to, let's say, this table, for instance. And the reason I am pretty much sharing all of this information is because I did have a pretty good meditation today. In fact, it was so good that I'm still vibrating. And supposedly, vibrations are generally a pretty good thing. It means that there is definitely a lot more uh, movement happening within you. Your insides are definitely working, healing a lot faster. So uh, that was the reason that I actually wanted to talk about vibrations and really how vibrating actually feels really, really nice if you realize that you've had a very good meditation. But of course, I do want to state that you know it's not always that if you do have a good meditation that you will experience vibrations. There have been times where I have literally woken up from sleeping and I've been vibrating. So that also happens sometimes. It something that you've done the previous night, or something that is making you feel good, is pretty much causing you to vibrate. So that was one thing that I did want to share, because it is I would say that while it does feel nice, it definitely is a very odd feeling to just realize that your hands, your body essentially is just vibrating. And uh, it's and the thing is, generally people ask what it actually feels like, right? Whether it feels like your phone vibrating. I'd say that it's a little slower, if that tends to make sense. The frequency is a little slower. It's almost like you're pulsating, but quicker than what you can imagine a pulse to be. So generally, I don't know if everyone's vibration speeds are different, but I would say that mine is more like a It's very hard to tell, but it's I would say that it's almost like 5 to 6 pulses in a second. So it's pretty fast, but not too fast, right? I'd say that a phone vibrates much faster. Um, uh, any sort of electrical appliance can probably vibrate a lot faster. So this one is a lot slower, but it definitely does happen, and it has happened with me enough times to know that okay, something has been going well. I'm generally a little happier, and that there is probably a little more positivity to be had today. So that was something that I did want to discuss, which was, vibrations, especially as a result of, meditating. So, yes, I do want you to share your thoughts, your insights, your experiences as to, do you experience vibrations, or, do you have some form of thought behind how these vibrations tend to be, right? Tend to happen. But of course, once you have come to a certain idea, please do share it so that we can get a conversation started. But of course, with all of that said, this is Nareen's Eye with MS. I am Nareen, and here's wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm hoping that your Monday started off very well, so that you're pretty much all set to continue and conquer this week. Bye.